Often the most difficult aspect for students to master, as the feet are a long way from the brain, and the signals directing the feet where to go often get lost or mixed up on the way down. Developing faster feet is a skill that must be targeted specifically, as it is the feet that control your ability to move quickly. All the strength in the world is wasted if the feet are out of control. The quick step ladder forces students' legs and feet to adapt to extremely fast patterns of footwork by repeating them over and over. Repetition is required to ingrain movement patterns and progressively master foot control at higher and higher speeds. The layout of the ladder teaches a continuous loading, firing and reloading of the foot. It also enhances limb alignment, which is crucial to the joint's ability to apply extension forces and to prevent possible overuse injury. Start off slowly with all drills and progress to maximal speed once a slower speed is mastered. Key teaching points are: light feet or quick feet. Work on the ball of the foot. Watch for scuffing here, as scuffing indicates a toe down position and an inefficient ground contact. Straight run. The run is a simple lead-in exercise where one foot is placed in each square. When working with a group, leave approximately 6 rungs between each person. This will ensure that each person can work at their own speed and avoid any problems with slower students getting in the way of students with faster feet. If this happens, both students are affected, as one cannot move at top speed and the other is under pressure to get out of the way and often makes errors. Only go as fast as the skill level allows. Good technique and rhythm should be mastered before the running speed is increased. Good, that's it. 2-foot run. The 2-foot run is a simple progression where we place 2 feet in each square instead of 1. This is more challenging, and there are double the number of foot contacts per repetition up the ladder. Make sure the leading foot is changed with each repetition. If the student leads with the left leg on the first repetition, they should lead with the right leg on the following repetition. It is important here to emphasize that the feet stay in control and stay ahead of the body. Students may tend to lean too far forward with this drill. As the center of gravity goes past the feet, rhythm and balance is lost. Lateral run. Lateral run targets the side-to-side movement abilities. 2 feet are placed in each square in a running motion. The side-on posture is maintained with the shoulders staying square. Watch that the feet don't cross over as the students are running through the ladder, and that they change sides with each length of the ladder, which develops both left and right side quickness. A 2 and 2 out side-on run is characterized by a 2-step run in and a 2-step run out, moving in and out of the ladder. This drill specifically targets a 1-foot direction change in the forward and backward plane. This drill has a direct carryover to most sports, as explosively reacting forwards and backwards is a core movement. The drill increases the intensity of the ladder workout as it requires 4 foot placements per square, literally doubling the intensity of the previous series of drills. Try to get a 1-2-1-2 rhythm as you work in and out of the ladder. The 2 and 2 out front on run is again a 1-2-1-2 rhythm. This time it is for a forward and lateral motion, running directly through the ladder.
Don't worry about getting too much speed. Just do it.
This drill develops general foot control and correct limb alignment for a possible lateral drive. The side reach run targets specific alignment between hip, knee and ankle for a possible lateral direction change. Instability in the foot or knee can cause rotation and lead to possible injury. Good limb alignment is critical to the strength of the lever. The lever strength will determine the corresponding drive. The drill is characterized by a 1 in, 3 out pattern, moving along the outside of the ladder. Instruction for this activity is a 1-2-3-4 rhythm, with the 4th step being placed into the ladder with a lateral drive, rather than reaching forward with the step. The side step run is a more complex drill and more difficult to master, as the feet do not follow each other. This foot pattern is specific to a diagonal cut or sidestepping at high speeds. It is a 2-in, 1-out pattern that must be mastered at slow speeds before progressing into quicker movement. A 1-2 out, 1-2 out mental count is helpful for gaining early rhythm. Once mastered, it is an excellent all-round drill. The in-out outside on with hip rotation is an excellent drill for developing hip flexibility. It is characterized by an in-out-out rhythm. Hip rotation is used to place the foot into the square, and a forward lean is maintained, which allows for greater balance. Mini hurdles are a great tool for further developing and reinforcing recovery mechanics. They can be included as part of a warm-up, circuit station, or as a specific activity. The 30cm high hurdles give students a physical obstacle to work over, which encourages the toe-up, heel-up, knee-up principle. If the student does not recover the leg efficiently, there is a strong chance that the hurdle will be kicked or knocked over. If 2 or 3 hurdles are knocked over in succession, the student can immediately understand that the mechanics are poor and make a physical adjustment. Conversely, if students can run through without displacing any hurdles, they can physically understand that sensation and understand a good recovery cycle. The following is a series of progressions that you can apply to a teaching situation, with the end result being an improvement in recovery technique and the capacity to maintain this technique at high speeds. As with most skills, a slow speed with good technique is mastered before moving on to more difficult activities. Eventually, students should not have to think or concentrate on what they are doing, as the skills will become ingrained and learnt on a subconscious level. The distance between the hurdles depends to a degree on the age and the size of the participants. Use approximately 2 steps between each hurdle as a guide, and make adjustments if needed. If you do not have hurdles available, try substituting them with obstacles of similar height, although care must be given to the stability of the barrier. If it is too stable, it may be dangerous, and must fall easily when kicked or knocked by students. The 1-foot walk is similar to the toe over knee on the spot drill. It targets a single leg recovery action, but is done so with a walk, stepping up and over each hurdle. Watch for the foot being brought around to the side of the hurdle instead of directly over. Make sure the supporting leg takes a very short step and is placed directly beside each hurdle upon landing. Landing in front or behind will encourage poor technique. Good arm action is emphasized with all mini hurdle activities. The dead leg run progresses this activity with speed. This increases the difficulty and encourages a faster recovery cycle. When watching from the front, you should see a straight line between hip, knee and ankle.
Use your arms, Jody. Use your arms, go, guys.
The 2-foot walk progresses on the single leg activities and forces the students to step over each hurdle with alternating legs. Working through the hurdles encourages a stronger triple extension. A common fault seen with this and the following series of drills is students dropping into a backward lean. This encourages a studded, jumping, reaching with the foot motion, which leads to very poor mechanics. Emphasis must be placed on a strong midsection and stable hips with a forward lean. The 2-foot run progresses this drill into a more specific sprinting motion. It represents the ability to master a number of mechanical skills that all contribute to the straight line speed potential. These include straight line drive, good posture, arm action, recovery, strong extension and light ground contact. The double foot series decreases the running speed through the hurdles but encourages faster footwork. 2 steps are taken in between each hurdle instead of 1. This doubles the number of steps performed for each run and doubles the intensity. Practice this with a walk before progressing into a run. When progressing into a run, students tend to fall back into a jumping motion instead of recovering normally over the hurdles. The foot sound should be even and in control, and make sure you change the leading leg with each run throughout the hurdles. The run through with a sprint out adds a competitive aspect to your hurdle workout. Choose from the selection of drills to run through the hurdles and upon reaching the end, explosively accelerate to the marker at a set distance. The sprint at the end places greater pressure on the hurdle technique and highlights any flaws. The mind tends to think ahead to the sprint and is not focused on efficient technique. Lateral movement and agility can be greatly enhanced through hurdle drills. The hurdles help develop a stronger lateral drive as the height of the obstacle represents a challenge to drive over. Start with a walk and progress into a run. This is also an excellent conditioning drill and enhances balance and footwork. Arms must be emphasised to maintain rhythm and assist with the drive, and make sure the students stay square and lift with the hip to get the knee up. The lateral run with a change is an excellent agility exercise. Students or players pair up and begin a lateral race through the hurdles. Upon the command change, they prop and go back in the opposite direction. This change of direction should take place with only 1 step. This is characterised by an immediate change of direction without stopping or a heavy braking sound. Students with poor strength and footwork will tend to buckle on the braking leg and come to a complete stop. This drill can be made to be very physically demanding, as the duration of this activity can be manipulated by the teacher or the coach. You can go for 5 seconds, 10 seconds or up to 30 seconds.